Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cars and Coffee Las Vegas. We've got HB here, and we got a very special car. If you haven't actually noticed, it's a Cord. Not often that we see some of those, not only around, but certainly at Cars and Coffee Las Vegas. HB, we'll wait a little bit while this motorcycle kind of goes by. This is a special color. What color do they call this?
Well, this is deep maroon. It's not the original Cord maroon. That was almost a purplish brown. But this is just a deep maroon.
Now, that's an absolutely beautiful car. Tell us a little bit about it. What year and how you ended up getting it. Tell us a little the story behind it.
Somehow I got a bug to have a Cord. I don't remember where it or when, but I've always been fascinated with them. They're an iconic car. And about 6 years ago, I was able to finally get one. So I've had this since then. It was fairly well restored at the time, but there's been a lot of work go into it since then, of course. And so the unique thing about the Cord was it was highly stylish for the era. It's an icon of the Art Deco era. And Cord, this was the last model that Cord introduced before they went out of business in 1937. And so this is a 1937 Cord, was introduced in 1936, and it was originally designed to be a baby Duesenberg. It was the Auburn Cord Duesenberg company owned by E.L. Cord. And so they designed this, and Gordon Buring designed it, and when it got finished, E.L. Cord said, it's going to be a Cord. And so it's got some marvelous features. It was way ahead of its time. It's front-wheel drive, independent front suspension, supercharged, hidden headlights. And what people don't really realize is there are no running boards, which makes a very modern appearance for that era. They didn't do away with the running boards until after the war, actually. And so the way they were able to do it is it's a unibody construction. The passenger compartment is recessed 4 inches, so you don't have to climb up, you step down into it. And this particular one is supercharged. It's a 289 cubic inches and about 130 horsepower.
Wow.
So it also has 4 forward gears, so it's essentially an overdrive car. So it does just fine on the freeways.
Now, these cars were about how much back when it was new?
They were around $3,000.
And to give us a little comparison, what would $3,000 buy you then?
Oh, probably 2 houses.
Wow.
It was a lot of money for that era. When they introduced it, it was such a hit that they took orders for 6,000, but they couldn't. They had trouble engineering and getting it built. By then, all the orders evaporated, which is the Tucker story, which is the story of so many cars, and they just didn't sell that many of them. Plus, they rushed it, so there were a lot of engineering problems. The transmissions were a nightmare, and so, but. Now, all the ones that are in existence have been re-engineered, and they're quite reliable.
Oh, that's good to know. Now, you and your lovely bride, I've seen you guys at some shows, and you actually really enjoy getting dressed in period and sharing it with everybody. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Norma she didn't want to be a car widow, and so she doesn't particularly like cars. So she started making outfits that go with the car. So she has about 3 outfits that she sewed that are marvelous that go with this car. And she has an outfit for the 1929 car, an outfit for the 60s cars. And so she enjoys the car shows by participating in that way.
Well, we have surely enjoyed, certainly having you guys out here sharing this beautiful piece of artwork at Cars and Coffee. And, interestingly enough, you bring it here. That's kind of a treat for us, but why for you?
Well, if you let them sit, they go to pieces. So that it's the Auburn Cord Duesenberg West Coast meet next week here in Las Vegas. And so I have to get it out and make sure it runs for that because there'll be a lot of driving. But it's just a way to make sure they don't get deteriorated sitting in the garage. So, and if I didn't come here, I'd never polish it. So.
Thank you again from Carson Coffee Las Vegas. We appreciate HB, and I think he's going to be opening up the car and showing it a little bit off. Thank you again for everybody coming by and sharing this beautiful artwork with us. Good job.